on schedule. Up the powerhouse. From here will pulse the energy that makes a mill a living thing. Here, the field engineers unite the complex electrical units for payoff performance. Resolve in action the million man-hours of skill and labor implicit now in motors, generators, and the controlling brain of the intricate power system. Up the skeleton of a BOF building. B for basic, O for oxygen, F for furnace, basic oxygen furnace. The BOF is another first for Turkey. The Jewel vessels will work in alternate campaigns to produce a steady flow of steel for the rolling mills. On schedule 2, the great halls of the rolling mills. Here we shall roll steel to plates and strip and tin plate, the flat steel products, basic necessities for an advancing economy. And as the great mill evolves, other structures ignite new life and character in Ereğli town. On an inland slope, new houses rise, homes for the 2,300 men who will operate the great new works. Fine new public buildings and modern markets will serve the new families of Ereğli. Meanwhile, too, the old Ereğli bursts at the seams with aroused activity. And the new life here will be reflected in 100 Turkish towns and cities whose shops and factories and stores will prosper, thanks to steel from Ereğli. This is massive realization, more indeed than simply a plant to make steel. It is proof again that men will venture much to gain much. This is the way of modern progress.
Öğün.
Pride in myself and the job. This is motive force.
Güven.
Confidence. This is heritage.
Çalış.
Work. This is the way of growth. Pride, confidence, work. These make a man, and they flourish best where freedom prevails. And what of our partners in faith and freedom? With confidence, the United States Agency for International Development provided the basic funds for Ereğli, the largest loan for any single enterprise, and the only one for a steel mill in the history of the United States program of international aid. These towers rise too because the Chase Bank, the Turkish government, İşbank, and Sümerbank, and nearly 2,000 private Turkish investors have backed their faith in Ereğli enterprise and Turkey's industrial future. Our American partners have invested millions too to back their faith in Ereğli Demir. "42 months now since we pressed new progress on this landscape. And there she is, quiescent monster, ready for the quickening touch of power producing steel. "42 months, start to finish by plan. 42 months by performance, with all major Ereğli production units in operation as promised. A solid reason for mutual pride, acknowledged in dedication. A day for appraisal and reappraisal by men who best could know the meaning and significance of the work accomplished here. Men of industry and finance, of government and the services.
Most honored guest, the world-respected elder statesman, former Premier İsmet İnönü. Official host, Danish Koper of Erdemir. Turkey's Minister of Industry, Ali Naili Erdem, spoke of Ereğli as the end result of government, private initiative, and foreign capital, operating together as one unit to add strength to a society of free men. Men of business and government, Americans and Turks, acknowledge the mutual accomplishment of Ereğli. Süleyman Demirel, Deputy Prime Minister of Turkey, joined other key figures in planting a tree of friendship, symbolic of Turkish-American working friendship. And all watched steel, Ereğli steel, pouring out new sustenance for Turkey's industrial future. And at day's end, all knew for sure that Ereğli was on stream. And so this is what it's all about. Erdemir producing steel at Ereğli. Ore and coal and limestone gathered. Steady confluence of Turkey's own resources. Around the clock, the great ovens gush coke. Quenched with water, the hard gray coke will perform as fuel and reducing agent in the transformation of iron ore to molten iron in the blast furnace. Day in, day out, the precisely measured charge of ore and coke and limestone to the modern genie, the blast furnace, producer of iron, biggest and most advanced in this area of the world. By the clock, the periodic flow of molten iron, raw feed for the basic oxygen furnace. This compact monster is the world's fastest and most efficient refiner of steel from iron. Heat by heat, the vessels can pour 80 tons of steel every hour, day after day. 500,000 tons a year during initial operation, with ultimate capacity 3 times that much, 1.5 million tons. For Ereğli was designed with expansion in mind. Production paced to the requirements of the steel market. The primary mills reduce ingots and slabs to precise dimension for subsequent working into hot or cold rolled steels. A broad range of products keyed to the expanding spectrum of industrial requirement in Turkey. And on the production lines, the teamwork continues. Veteran steel mill operators from the States have joined the Erdemir working force to train the young and eager Turks in the delicate operation of the huge machines. Priority product, tin plate, rolls out for containers, vital to every major industry. Ereğli tin plate, striking example of high-quality steel, available at last in reliable quantity within the borders of Turkey. What now of the promise performed? Watch Ereğli steel at work today. Tin plate ensuring the quality, strengthening the salability of 100 processed products of Turkish farms and fisheries and factories. See Ereğli steel improving the output and quality of unnumbered fabricated products. Steel strip formed and welded into pipe, reliable transport for gases and fuels and water. There are today more than 2,000 potential users for flat-rolled steel in Turkey, and the number will grow. New jobs will be created, if only because Ereğli is. See flat steel at work in Turkey today, prompting new efficiency in manufacture, producing better value in products designed for better living. Washing machines, and hot water heaters, furniture, stoves, and refrigerators. And this, we know, is only the beginning. The need was great. Ereğli is fulfilling the promise. Up from the mud to first production in the incredible time of 42 months, the unbelievable, the producing steel mill at Ereğli. Those who love Turkey sleep better tonight because Ereğli is in being. The accomplishment attests to many things. The vast marshalling of engineering skills and men and investment money, but most of all, to the vitality of the forces released when responsible initiative is free to create privately owned and operated enterprise. Ereğli lives because men of two great nations worked and built in harmony under the call of a single purpose, to risk the rewards of profit through venture, to enlarge the common good. This was the purpose and the seed. It grew. Today, new strength is coursing in the sinews of this ancient land.